Okay, what is the 10X mindset? Setting yourself, take two. Hello and welcome. What is, okay, well, not welcome. I've already done this. What is the 10X mindset? It's setting your sights on goals or achievements that are 10 times or bigger than what you feel is reasonable or society feels is reasonable or the social norm. It's shooting for the stars and landing on the moon, okay? It's going, like, let's just say you made $1,000 a week and you want to make $10,000 a week. Well, if you settled and worked really hard and only did $6,000 a week, you're still 6 times better than when you were at $1,000 a week. But it's not just the literal sense. It is really about a mindset. When you think about doing things at 10 times or 100 times bigger than what you already have, done in the past, we are adaptation machines, and we can adapt our minds, our efforts, and we will achieve things. And if we actually achieve that 10X goal, that BHAG, that big, audacious, hairy goal, then you set your sights. If you're an archer and you hit the bullseye at 20 feet, move back 30 feet. Adjust the goal and see if you can do it then, etc., etc. Okay? I want you to get to this spot where you're thinking and breathing and dreaming. When you close your eyes, you think about your 10X goals, where you want to be, what do you want to do, how much money you want to make, how are you going to pay for college for your children. You got to have, if you did what is reasonable, you're never going to make it, because that's how our society is made up, okay? You want to tell everybody about your goals, your ridiculous goals, but be careful here. Don't allow them to discourage you. If they try to, that doesn't sound reasonable, stay reasonable, Johnny. Don't get over your head. Just thank them for their opinion and don't mention it again, okay? Okay, this all sounds a little like brainwashing, and maybe your brain needs a washing. I know mine did, okay? Negative, media-filled, complaining, limiting beliefs, and limited thinking, I would think that's kind of like putting dirt in the cake. So, let's put some good thoughts and some ridiculous, unreasonable thoughts and goals and obsess over those things. And you know what? Maybe in the end, you achieve them. Maybe you only come 6 times as close instead of 10. Anything's better than 1, okay? So that's where this whole chapter is about. Changing your mind, and your world and your future will also change for the better. Okay, reasonable. Who wants to be reasonable? I know I don't. We want to be unreasonable, okay? Totally. We wanted to go to the moon. We're going to put somebody in a rocket ship full of explosives and send it to the moon. Does that sound reasonable? No. But we did it. We had a goal and we did it, okay? Somebody says, I'm going to go climb Mount Everest. That's kind of high up. People die over there. They do it all the time. There's like 100 bodies up there. I don't know how many bodies. People die going to Mount Everest. Does that sound reasonable? Absolutely not. Don't be reasonable, okay? David Goggins, go hear his story. This guy runs 100 miles, 200 miles. He went to Bud SEAL training school 3 times. He was in Delta Force. This guy is unreasonable. Has his picture in the dictionary, okay? David Goggins. Check him out. Again, our brains and bodies are adaptation machines. We're able to adapt our minds and our thinking to our current circumstances and overcome adversity as soon as it pops up. Okay? Imagine having that saber-toothed tiger in the caveman days. We got to figure out what to do. How are we going to get away? How about being in a big city and trying to find a Starbucks? You got to figure out these things, okay? We are adaptation machines, okay? We always have been and we always will be, okay? If you have this crazy, wild goal that's just like, I want to make $10 million in my detailing business, nobody says you can't. I'm here to help you with that, if possible, okay? And, don't be afraid to tell anybody about it, but be careful on who you tell. Okay, we went over that. But, you also have to think of another question. How bad do you want it? Now, you wouldn't want to get a divorce and, possibly lose everything just because you wanted to achieve a goal. We have to be a little reasonable here. But, again, it goes back to how bad do you want it? Do you want to work on the weekends? Do you want to work on Christmas? Do you want to do these things? Again, unreasonable people do unreasonable things. It's said that Elon Musk sleeps under his desk. This guy's a billionaire. You don't have to do that. This guy works all the time. He's trying to, billion X his business and his life, okay? He's trying to figure out some major things. He built a rocket. He didn't build it. He funded and had the engineers build a rocket that lands on its own. Holy moly. How reasonable is that? Okay? So your goals and your thoughts about 10xing your business, they don't have to be as lofty as a rocket, but make them big. Big and hairy and ugly. And you will make it happen, okay? Maybe you fall short. Maybe you only do 2x. Maybe you do 10. Maybe you do 8x, and you never make it to the 10x. It sure beats the 1x. So, if you reach your goals, remap it, shoot for a different goal, 20x it, 30x it, keep on going. Again, we talked a lot about this chapter here, about 10xing your mind, your 10x mindset, and what it takes to 10x your mind. So if you have any questions about the 10x mindset, a lot of it is in the book, The 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. It has changed my life, and I've helped change other people's lives because of that book, because of this 10x mentality. Anyways, that is the 10x mindset. We're going to see you in the next chapter.